Congratulations. That was a victory that showed the strength of your squad.
Well, we've got players that deserve. I was a bit worried before the game actually picking a squad because I wanted to give people an opportunity to play. But then the obviously ridiculous accusation at Burnley where he's a threatening of a points deduction. And then we make 5 or 6 changes and you always run the risk of people saying certain things about you. But anybody that knows me, anybody that works with me, will know that once I turn up to a football pitch, the mentality of this group over the last 14 months is to win football matches. So I don't think there was ever change. I think we were 3-1 tonight with the bookies. I hope the Orient fans had a few quid on us. 3-1 was in a League 2 game. So no, we deserved it. I thought it was outstanding. We started the game really, really well. We suffered a blow in terms of them scoring with the first shot on target, but then we controlled the majority of them. Listen, there was a little bit of tension in their supporters. I thought their crowd was really, really good, stuck with them, and made it a really good atmosphere. And obviously with the sending off, it changed the dynamics of the game a little bit, and he put us under a little bit of pressure and could have scored a couple near the end. But no, I just don't think when you get to this end of the stage of the season, a bit surreal before the game. It was a weird feeling for us because there's been pressure on us to win every single week for so long, and then there's no pressure. It's the weirdest feeling ever. But then once a match kicks off, obviously the pride and, like I say, the winning mentality we've had all year kicks in.
And they dug so deep, didn't they, and come back from behind?
I don't think we had to dig deep. I thought we should play some really good stuff. We opened them up. We've obviously got speed in the forward areas. I just think when obviously they're sending off and they're putting balls in a box and throwing, and they're quite clever the way they play, the way they push their 8s quite wide and they overload the wide areas. When it was 11v11, we could cope with that, but it just caused, especially down Sweeney's side last quarter of the game, caused a little bit of problem because they have a numerical advantage. But I think it was a really good away performance, and it just shows that we're a good group. We've got players that, and we're a testament to Sam Sargent tonight. He finds out really late that he's obviously coming in for a start. The mentality that he has, the way that he's trained all year, proves that, with Viggs going down so late, that he can just come in and obviously played really well.
Is Lance Vigor okay?
He just kept striking a ball with Royce and just felt his quad. It's probably my fault because he's had it for a little while now. We've tried to limit his kicking in terms of match day, so we play it short a lot more. But it's probably my fault. We'll obviously assess it in the morning. It's not too bad, and he probably could have. When he gets in, I'm all right. I'll give it a go. There's no chance in risking it. So anyway, good result, good performance by Sam. Excellent attitude and fantastic lad.
Any complaints with the red card?
It's difficult. When we video the game from the gantry, it's not in good quality, so it's really difficult. I thought at the time he touched it, he showed great speed to get in and touch it back to the goalkeeper. I don't know, I'd have to see it really clearly before I make a decision on that. I think it's... Shad says to me he touches it, and Shad's an honest player, and if he tells me he's touched it, then I believe him. But I'd have to watch it back.
Both goals well taken, and Craig Clegg almost went close with the drive that hit the post.
Yeah, when the ball's dropping like that in the air, if it's Paul Smith or it's Tom James, he's saying shoot. When it's Craig, he's saying just control it and pass it. I'm only joking. Craig's another example of what we're all about. This last 14 months, the Adam Thompsons, the Craig Clays, the Sam Sargents, have been a huge part of this group, and it's the hardest thing for me. When I can only pick 11 to play, I can only pick 18 on a match day squad, and sometimes, especially in recent weeks, I've had to lead Adam off the bench. One because left side doing Ed is struggling with a little injury, so we've needed to protect ourselves left sided. That's why Shad came back on the bench, and it's heartbreaking for me that I can't include these lads because of the way they train, the way they conduct themselves every single day. But because they train really well, it allows them to go in and compete against a really good Mansfield side who are on the verge of the playoffs. You know what? And it'd be really comfortable for them.
And Charlie reacted so quickly, didn't he?
I thought Charlie looked a player tonight. I thought he was a sharp. It's just amazing what a goal does in it. Gives him a little bit of confidence. I thought the way that he took the ball in, the way that he held it up, the way that he run. I thought it was an outstanding performance from Charlie.
And it was a lovely move. The offside trap sprung and well taken by Saturia.
Yeah, I mean, they was obviously moaning at the fourth official and the linesman. It was offside. I've not seen it back, but I'm led to believe both was onside. Well, it was a goal threat. It was a lovely cut back by Sads for a Wellens finish, and I think we looked really fluent, even though we've made little changes and Monks deserves a rest. We've looked really fluent in the final third, and I thought at times we looked really good.
Dan Happy on the bench. We're going to see him before the end of the season.
Well, the plan was to get him some minutes tonight, but the dynamics of the game's changed, and when they're putting balls in a box and loads in a box and and they're putting balls in and you're down to 10 men, I didn't want to subject him to something that might test his knee or might test any other part. You know, sometimes when you come back from a bad knee injury, your knee's quite strong and quite stable because you've done all your rehab for your knee. But you can pull a calf, you can pull a hamstring, or you can pull a quad. So I didn't want to risk it. I looked at Dan with 10 minutes ago and he was looking at me and he said, right, he didn't really want to go on. So we'll build him up, we'll get another week's training. You know, Dan will appear before the end of the season because we forget football moves on very, very quickly. But I won't forget the outstanding performances that he produced in the first half of the season. So he deserves, you know, we might start him, depends how he's trained, depends how he's feel, he'll give us a nod on that. But I would like him to get some minutes and he deserves the ovation and the love that the supporters will give him.
Wonderful celebrations last Saturday. There's going to be party time with the trophy this weekend. But of course Stockport have got it all to play for, looking to join the O's in the third tier.
No, it'll be a tough game, but you know, I think it's about what we do. We want it to be our day. And as Crewe came last week and didn't want to be part of our party, as tonight they want to obviously look after themselves. Stockport have to come and be professional and get some points off us, but we want to win the game. We want to make sure that we win a game, get 3 points, and enjoy ourselves after it. But you know, I hate when we won promotion away at Gillingham and we got beat 2-0, and even though I was pleased because we deserved it, but I hated celebrating when you just got beat 2-0. So but listen, we'll be trying our best to get 3 points.
Looking forward to it. Congratulations. Thank you, Richard.
No
Thank
problem.
you.